Alright, so guys, today we have this might not happen, but today we have look, last 24 hours, around that, maybe a bit more now. This has been the subject: Isak and Liverpool. Before that, it was Rodrigo and Liverpool. Before that, it was Wirtz and Liverpool. Before that, it was Frimpong and Liverpool, and Kyrgios and Liverpool too. It was gay to Liverpool for a bit, but you can see the pattern here. It's players going to Liverpool. And I think, guys, last summer, in January, so in January, Liverpool spent absolutely nothing. Last summer, they spent around £30 million, because I think it was 12 to bring in Chiesa, and then there was the goalie, really. So around 30 to £40 million, not a lot, a tiny bit, especially when you include, they sold some players too. Carvalho, and Vandenberg, you guys might not know them, but sold them. So we actually ended up making a profit in the summer of 2024. Now, then there's the January 2024 again, no sellings, no buys. So last 3 windows we made a profit. We haven't lost any money. And we won trophies too, so we actually made loads of money and we haven't lost money. With all of that, TV and trophies, we get a lot of money now. So this time we have a lot of money to spend. And we've done that with Wirtz, Frimpong, Gay and Kyrgios. As a Liverpool fan, I'm so happy with this already. But we've got a little problems because we need another centre-back. Kwanzaa, he just left. So Mark Gay is probably a choice. But Konate might leave next season for free to Real Madrid. That can be another problem centre-back. Diaz wants to leave and go to Bayern Munich. That can need a left wing. And we need a striker. And before I even talk about strikers, rest in peace, Diogo Jota. Very, very sad. It came out of nowhere to me. I didn't expect it coming. Everybody just needs to show a lot of respect to him, and it's very sad. It's just so unfair that it has to happen. Anyway, don't know what to say now that I've said that. I'm gonna speak about a striker, I guess. We need a striker because Nunez is going to leave. So this is where it's got serious, yeah? Alexander Isak to Liverpool. Not here we go. Not even near confirmed. But we want him. We've spoken to Newcastle about him. We've spoken to him about it. He's a Liverpool fan. He wants to join Liverpool. But he said that he's not going to push his way out of Newcastle because he's got respect for them, which is fair, it's fair. But we have to think here. He just basically what Liverpool has said to Newcastle, because Newcastle also want Ekitike, and he's their top target. But they both would prefer Liverpool. It's like an Ekitike. They would prefer Liverpool over Newcastle. I'm going to explain what Liverpool said, kind of. I'm also going to explain if he's for sale or not, because a lot of people say he's not for sale. People say that he's 100% for sale. And look, if Newcastle get Ekitike, or any striker that I think is good, especially Ekitike, how you want to say it, and Liverpool bid 120 million to 130 million for Isak, Newcastle will likely sell. Liverpool will likely get him. They're probably going to get Isak if they bid 120 million for him, and if Newcastle get Ekitike. But Liverpool aren't stupid, so when Liverpool went into those negotiations with Newcastle, they had some plans up their sleeve. What they said to Newcastle is, look, we know that we want Isak, we know you want Ekitike, however, they both want us more than you. If you sell us Isak, we'll leave you alone. If we don't, we'll buy Ikatike, who's a top target, and next summer we could get Isak, leaving you with no striker. The choice is yours. That's what they said, basically. They also said that they're willing to offer 120 million, and Iko said he's not for sale, but you know what I said, he could be if the right terms are met. So do I think it's going to happen? It could, but probably not. Would he do well at Liverpool? He would do amazing. And they're going to start speaking about how Liverpool and him would do. But first I want to talk about Rodrigo and Gay too. Gay, just a quick one. He's probably going to come. Liverpool going to sign centre back because Quant's left. Canate is like to leave next summer, and they're still trying to plan ahead for that. So Gay could come because of that. Now Rodrigo, Diaz wants to leave Liverpool. Rodrigo might have to leave Real Madrid because Real Madrid aren't playing him. Liverpool want Rodrigo, he would happily go to Liverpool. It would be for around £70 million, but with Liverpool selling Luis Diaz for around £70 million, that's fine, you know. So Rodrigo is definitely a possibility. Now, I wanna speak about could this happen, because I said how we already made a lot of money, and basically let me get this right. So far we spent 30 million on Frimpong, 40 on Kirkes, 100 million on Verts. That's 170 million. If we was to spend even more, it'd be 120 on Isak, that's 290. Then 70 on Rodrigo, that's 360, and then 40 on Gay, that's 400, which is a lot. But say we sold Kelleher and Trent for 8 million because he's paid a couple of cuts. So that's 12 million for Kelleher, 8 for Trent, that's 20 million. You signed Kirkes, so you're probably going to sell Simicast for 20 million, that's 40. Nunez to Saudi Arabia, probably going to go for around 60 million. Harvey Elliott, probably going to go for around 40 million, that's so far 140. Quanzo was 30 million, 170. Luis Diaz will be 70, that would be 240, meaning we spent around 160 million, which is fine, because we didn't spend at all in the last 2 Januaries and the last summer, and we got a lot of money from winning the Premier League and being on TV a lot. So the transfers can happen because we have the money for them. How will this team do? It could win the Premier League and the Champions League. I'm not joking. It could win the quadruple, the treble, because this team is so good. And I'll tell you why. Imagine having to defend against Salah, Isak and Rodrigo. You're going to see some goals. But if you manage to keep it down to 1 goal and you're trying to win a game, you still have to score 2 goals versus passes to defence with Alisson in goal, Frimpong, Canate, Van Dijk and Kirkes. You have to try and dominate the midfield of Gravenberch and McAllister, and Verts, you have to try and stop him. How do you stop him? This team will be so good because Salah is getting old now. He's still probably the best player in the world, but he's getting old. Frimpong can cover him on the right wing. When Liverpool have the ball, he's going to come and attack. Salah might go towards more of a right winger / right attacking midfielder. He might go more towards the box, and then he can get his goals and assists from there, which he's brilliant at. Verts can create the more dribbling, the skills, the creativity. And same for Rodrigo, but we have Kirkes overlapping Rodrigo, so coming and past him sometimes. So basically, what Liverpool are going to try and do here is have Van Dijk and Canate as a centre on when they have the ball. They're going to have Van Dijk and Canate as centre backs. Gravenberch will go drop deep towards the centre backs. In midfield, mainly, you know what? They can do that. What they can also do is a box midfield. So I have Canate and Van Dijk as centre backs, Gravenberch and McAllister as their 2 midfielders who don't go as attacking. Salah comes into like his attacking midfield position, kind of, or right wing slash attacking midfielder. So like edge of the box, maybe right attacking midfielder with Wirtz. Then Frimpong goes to that right wing position. Rodrigo stays on the left wing, but Kirkes joins him, and then you've got all those players creating chances for Isak. That takes, because the players can do that, by the way. Salah is used to coming into right midfield sometimes. Right attacking midfield sometimes, so he can get his goals and assists. That is the same thing, playing left attacking midfield as what he was doing in Leverkusen. Konate and Van Dijk is the same job. Kirkes attacking and Frimpong going to right wing, same as what they did. Rodrigo, left wing is a natural position, and Isak striking, isn't it? So that would be very good. But that's just a start. That's just the starting lineup. So the other players here: Mamardashvili, Bradley, Gay, Gomez, Robertson, Endo, Jones, Szoboszlai, Chiesa, and Gakpo. So you probably see how I said Chiesa twice, because Isak's going to be the only proper striker. But Wirtz can play as a false 9. Gakpo can play there. Rodrigo can play there. Chiesa can play there. Salah can play there. They can all play in striker when Isak needs rest or when he's injured. The only reason why Liverpool didn't win the Champions League last season was because their players got too tired. That's because Arne Slot didn't rest the players as much. Now they're getting a lot of these good players. For example, Konate had to play loads last season, but with Gay, he could have a rest, which will stop him from getting as tired. But Robertson is a bit old. Now Kirkes can play instead of him, and Robertson can still play instead of Kirkes, so he doesn't get tired sometimes. Rodrigo and Gakpo can rotate. Szoboszlai can play instead of Wirtz or instead of McAllister sometimes. And then a lot of more squad depth, meaning you can rotate a bit more. Our players aren't going to get as tired, meaning they get less injured, and you've got a better chance of winning trophies. So I think this team, if it happens, could easily win the Premier League and Champions League. It's probably not going to happen. It might happen, it might, but it's going to be very hard. It's likely, but also unlikely that it will happen. If you enjoyed this video, like it, explain your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe, because this summer, for me, I'm about to enter my prime. I'm going to become so good. So please consider subscribing. It would really help out. You don't want to miss my prime, do you? No, you don't. Subscribe. Bye.